Dear Alex, we need to keep away from each other. We cannot talk on the phone, nor can we see each other for a very long time. Josh is about to be arrested for conspiracy of murder by the LCPD. This is because his activity near the Spanish shores has come out to be pretty potent and noticeable, so they want to detain him and talk to him. I'll try to work with my team at the FIB and see what we can do. Don't worry, he's not a talker. I've spoken to Josh and he understands what he needs to do. There is one last thing that I do need from you, and this is not going to be easy, but it pays out heavily. I need you to take a police cruiser and wear a police uniform that I left for you at the scrapyard over at Grammar Road. Then, I need you to head over to Caribou Avenue. That's where Josh is scheduled to be arrested and his car is also there. Inside of his car happens to be the same gun that he might have used to kill those two cops. If they find that gun, then he's toast and he could be guilty of all the charges since the shell casings will match the weapon. When you arrive there, 2 units will be present and will already have Josh in custody. I've notified them that you'll be on scene to help around by searching the vehicle. What's next after that? Break off and head back to the scrapyard at Grammar Road. Keep the police car there and take the envelope that you find inside of the glove box. It's your payment and another letter. Then, make your leave. There's no contacting me in this. Do it on your own. Good luck. Yo, what's up everybody? My name is AJ and welcome back to another episode of GTA 4 Making Moves in Liberty City. And I can't even begin to tell you guys again how long it's been. It has been such a long time and I'm glad to be back. I know it feels like I'm making an episode once every couple of years, but that's not exactly what I'm trying to do. It just happens that these episodes end up being so... because see, I'm not trying to make them mainstream. I'm trying to make them much more different than what you would usually see up on YouTube for GTA 4. And I try to make these episodes very, very different. And in a sense, by doing that, it can take such a long time to make one of these. So far, making this episode has actually taken quite a while. So it's not that I plan to continue making this twice a year, but sometimes it happens to be like that, especially with depending on what the year is being like. But this year has treated me well, which is pretty good. And I said, you know what? I think I'm finally ready to return to the series so I can be consistent with it. I don't want to keep on posting videos where I'm not going to be consistent with it and basically fail you guys. So we're here again in Making Moves in Liberty City. You guys heard the assignment. We're going to head all the way to Grammar Road. And the scrapyard that Keith Baker is talking about is going to be right over here. Right over here. So let's go ahead and head there. I'm actually driving back on a controller again. I just find the movement to be so smooth. I really, really do. I like the movement on a controller. It's really nice. And I think it works out for me. I don't know. I've always liked it. And plus, especially when I pan the camera around, I think you guys like that as well. A lot of you guys wonder how you drive so smoothly. Well, the times when I do drive smooth is typically because I have a controller. Now, I have to cut in traffic here and try to see if I can just... I'm just going to try to jump the light. There's no cops around here, so that's good. Just jump the light. Good enough for me, right? So, hopefully you guys have been doing good. If you guys didn't know, I finally made a how-to downgrade video on GTA 4. It is posted up. If you guys want to click on the card on the top right, it'll actually tell you how to downgrade GTA 4 from the newest complete edition on the PC over to patches like 1080, 1070, even 1040. And it was using just a single tool called the GTA 4 Downgrader tool. It's by a really good supporter of mine called It's Clunk Andre. He does a lot of really good mods. And speaking of mods, and speaking of It's Clonk Andre, I've actually installed a few mods from the internet that I like to go over really quickly. So first and foremost, I actually installed a new, newly styled hot dog and hamburger vendor. So every time you guys look at the roads, you guys will see a lot of new different kinds of hot dog vendors and hamburger vendors, which are really, really cool. I've also had time to even install newer cars. Like for example, the, what do you call it? What's that car called again? The Toyota Land Cruiser. In the past couple of episodes, I've noticed it being very jumpy in my episodes, and it was being absolutely strange. So what I did was I fixed it up, ultimately by replacing it with a different set of vehicles. I've also had time to install the ZOTAC patch as well, which actually makes your game look a lot better. If it ever does become nighttime in this episode, I want to show you guys a neat little thing that the ZOTAC patch is actually added into the game. And it's actually night shadows from vehicles by streetlights. So in the base game of GTA 4, and no matter what graphics mod you have installed, GTA 4 has never had shadows from, or car shadows from light poles during the night. And what this new patch does, it actually adds that little feature. Now this can actually make such a difference, especially when you're playing the game, because when you notice it, you actually feel like this is a brand new game. It's crazy how such a little detail that's added to the game can make such a huge difference to the entire feel of the game. So I was really happy to actually get that installed. It even fixes up a few bugs that are in the game, such as the motorcycle bug. Whenever you have like 60 FPS or above and you try, using a motorcycle, it skids all over the place. Well, now it finally fixes that. So I was really happy to see that. And the entire time I've never been using motorcycles because of that very reason. But now that's fixed, I'm going to actually try to get Alex Diaz a motorcycle to buy from a dealership, and I think that would be pretty cool. What else is new? Oh, I should probably replace those taxis. I thought I had the Merit taxis replaced, but I guess not. There were actually some good ones that I found on the internet that I actually might put into the game. For future reference, wherever I get my mods from, I will usually try to link it in a document that I link down below in the description. It's usually a pretty good document. It's my Making Moves in Liberty City mod document. But I'm just trying to fit into traffic here, man. It's so hard to look how much traffic is budgeted in from each end of the road. We're on Grummer Road right now. There we go. Thank you. That BMW is actually pretty cool. What else is new, actually? Yeah, so I'll get some new car mods. Obviously, I'm going to add, one by one, little by little. The ZOTAC patch even supports the fact that you can actually extend your texture budget, which is pretty cool for vehicles. So you don't always have to be nervous about texture loss if you do end up installing a lot of vehicles. So I was pretty happy to see that. But anyways, we're here at the scrapyard. So I'm going to go ahead and park up and get that police vehicle. And we'll change into that uniform. Well, here we are. We are in uniform. Kind of crazy. I didn't think Alex Diaz would actually be impersonating a police officer, but here we are. And here's the vehicle that Keith Baker left us behind the scrapyard. So what we're going to go ahead and do is now go over to Caribou Avenue. The postal is going to be 4111, so that's going to be somewhere up here. For those who may recognize the house off the bat or the address, that is Bucky's house from GTA 4, obviously. So here we go. We're going to set sail. It's crazy how the difference of sound between the last vehicle I just had and the vehicle I have now is large. The difference is really large. The last vehicle I had, which was the Mustang, was super loud. Obviously because it's a muscle car, right? But this is a police vehicle and it sounds much more quieter. And what's crazy is I find that to be more manageable to work with because I wear headphones. So you can only imagine having the game at base volume, which is just this volume right here. Just half of the sound volume up. And yet that Mustang sounds like it's just screeching in my ear. But it's such a good thing to have because it's realistic. So, I guess I'm complaining but not complaining. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep on installing more mods over time. I actually found a few new interior mods that actually came out that I might do videos on as well. There was one I almost said one vehicle, one interior mod about the Northwood Cluckin' Bell. So there is a Cluckin' Bell actually somewhere over here. If you look on the minimap, there's a Cluckin' Bell. Let's see if I know my map really well. Here's the projects. Here's Exeter Avenue. There's the fire station. I believe somewhere around here. Or no, hold on. Yeah, somewhere around here. There is a Cluckin' Bell. Here's a basketball court. And over here, they actually made a new interior mod. It's made by a guy called Scott1. He made a new interior mod that actually makes this interior Cluckin' Bell accessible from the player. So I'm gonna actually add this in the next episode, and we're gonna take a grub over there. It's pretty cool actually. And another thing he also added was he actually went down over to Frankfurt Avenue. I'm not sure exactly where. I think it's gonna be, let's see, it's usually Lorimar Street. I think it's gonna be right over here between Jade Street and that. I think like right over here. There is a comedy club interior. So for those who've never played the game, there's a comedy club similar to the Cabaret Club that's actually in Broker, but it has like a few cool like comedians playing up there. Cat Williams and Ricky Gervais. And when you walk into a blip that's over on this part of the map, you get to watch the show. But Scott1 made a new interior where you can actually go into it and access the interior like you would the Cabaret Club and Broker, and actually it's very similar in a sense. So it was cool seeing the interior like that. I don't know what the comedy club would serve as a purpose to make you moves in Liberty City, but I definitely will do 2 videos on those. Very cool interior mods. I haven't had a chance to install them. I just had a chance to look at the photographs, the previews, the files. Really, really nice. So definitely will do a couple of videos with that. But with that being said, we're on our way over to this part of Alderney. Running a little low on fuel, but that's not too bad. So let's see, what else is new in the modding world of making moves in Liberty City? Well, not really much other than the fact that I actually did replace my traffic loader. A long time ago, I used to use traffic flow from the developers of LCPD FR, but I ended up actually getting that replaced by a new traffic loader called Simple Traffic Loader by It's Clonk Andre. And let me tell you, it is less demanding on your game's performance. It really operates well. It actually gives you a lot of performance boost from what I found. So I was really happy to finally find I mean, Traffic Flow was not a bad traffic loader by all means, but it definitely had a issue with performance. But I'm glad I was able to get this one fixed up. Anyways, we're here on Caribou Avenue. Let's do it. Alright, we are out of there. We finally got the weapon, and what we're going to go ahead and do now is head back over to Grummer Road. I'm going to take a different route. So we need to head back to the scrapyard on Grummer Road and go ahead and get this vehicle dropped off with the weapon inside of it. So I'm going to go and take a right here as soon as I can. You know what? I found that the cops are freaking out for some reason. I think because maybe maybe I'm not actually registered as a police officer in the game, so they think like, what the hell is this guy doing in a police cruiser? Which I think that's probably why you wouldn't want to use this mod if you play LCPDFR. The mod that I'm referencing here, or referring to here, is the arrest warrant mod, which I've been having, you know, ever since Making Moves first started. But I think that's why the cops are freaking out a little bit. Not too bad though. Anyway, I'm gonna take the shortcut here, go through these alleyways. Speaking of which, actually, I've never really made a lot of GTA 4 vanilla content, but I actually produced a unintentional video one day, maintaining and yet escaping a 6-star wanted level by walking from the very bottom right of the map to the very top left of the map on foot. It was a pretty interesting concept of a video to do. I didn't really think I'd do something like that. I mean, it was unintentional, so meaning like I didn't plan to do the video. What in the world? Are you serious? You're the one who hit me, buddy. But yeah, no, it was super unintentional. Like I didn't even plan on making that, and it just so happened that I did. So I actually might release that pretty shortly. I don't know when, but it was cool. It was cool. Like I said, I never planned to do it. I was just sitting at my computer, nothing to do, just kind of popped into GTA 4 and started hitting the record button, and that's all I did. I just wanted to keep it recorded because I thought it'd be pretty cool to have, but I'm actually gonna make a video out of it. But with that being said, we're on our way back to Algonquin. See, I think these cops are still freaking out at us because we're not in a police, or we're not actually registered as a police officer. That's why you see the green little pop-ups on the minimap, because the cops are kind of catching on to the fact that maybe I'm not a cop, and that's just by script. Because if you click number pad 0, you can find out whether or not this vehicle is stolen, and if you have a white star on any of these 6 black stars or dark stars, that means that the vehicle has something associated with it, like a red flag, or like a red flag for like maybe hit and run, or maybe stealing another vehicle, or the vehicle itself being stolen. There's a lot of different circumstances where one of these stars could turn white, and none of these are even white at all. Not even my wanted level on the top right. So I don't know why, like, I don't know why else the police would be like kind of freaking out the fact that I'm in a police cruiser, but it's not a big deal. At least the blips are not yellow. Alright, here we are, back on Grummer Road. Now, I have an issue with my game. I think you might have noticed it, you might have caught on to it. The vendors happen to be standing randomly on a sidewalk every now and then. And you know, I've had that issue before, and I don't know what I did to counter it. In my years of modding GTA 4, I really don't know what I did. But you can kind of notice that I have these random street vendors just standing in the middle of the street. Like I hear like, get some hot newspapers and get some yeah, like you guys heard that just now, like it was a random like peanut vendor. He's just standing in the middle of the road, like I don't know why. Now part of the reason I think that might be is because I have extra vehicles installed, but I don't know, like I'll have to figure that out. I'll really have to figure that out. If you guys know a solution to that, let me know. But we're gonna park this thing back over at the back of the scrapyard and get back out there. Alex, thank you for everything. It's not quite over yet. There's still a lot for us to do, but right now, we need to stay low until I say so. Cortez has not made any moves recently either, because he too is being investigated by the LCPD. In the meantime, I know you're looking for more work. I have a few connections. Check out Ernesto Ruiz. He lives on 2105 Trenton Avenue. He's a low baller, but he pays very reasonably. I'll keep finding more people who need work. Take care of yourself, kid. Alright guys, so here we are again, back as Alex Diaz in normal form, and I got my payout. I had some $1,000 odd, that's why it's 14,551, but I got my $13,500 payout, and you guys heard the letter. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head back over to our home. And I hope that even since it's turning nighttime, I can show you guys the night shadows I was talking about, which are pretty cool. So let me try first with this light pole that's coming up actually. Alright, here we go, here we go. Alright, look at the shadows. You guys see that? It's casting a car shadow on the ground. Isn't that so cool? It's so like it really makes the game feel so alive with something as simple as that. Watch again. See, look at that. It looks so cool, like it's casting a shadow on the car. That's what ZOTAC patch does. The base game doesn't have this. It never had. Not even my EMB has this. This is literally from just a patch where it literally does something as cool as this. So that's really, in my opinion, game changing, because GTA 4 looks more spiffier having something as simple as that. I think that really adds a lot to the game, if you ask me. But I wanted to show you guys that. It was pretty cool that this turned nighttime actually. I didn't expect it to. But yeah, we're headed back home right now, and we'll go and park up and get that money in the bank and go from there. I might just cut in between traffic here because this is going to take a long time. In my experience of coming through this intersection, it's been a little nasty. Alright, so here we are coming back up on home again. And yeah, man, everything's shaping up to be pretty good here. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this small little episode of Making Moves in Liberty City. This was definitely more like a return episode. And what I'm going to be doing each time is I'm definitely going to keep on installing more mods one by one to keep this game kind of going. And I think that keeps it fresh too, you know. That's what the game really needs right now, is keeping it fresh. Or not the game, but the series. Adding different kinds of mods I think will definitely keep it fresh. So that's what I'll be doing from now onward, is adding these different types of mods to make the game a whole lot better. See, look at that car shadow. Ready? Watch this. Look at that. It's a dynamic shadow. It's so cool. Look how the shadow is moving. See that? Pretty neat, isn't it? Many of you may disagree. Maybe many of you may agree. I'm usually a fan and a sucker for having my nighttime be more darker than this, but I was like, you know, it needs to kind of brighten up a little bit. I felt like in my videos it was a little way too dark. So what I did was I actually increased the brightness in my EMB settings to make it a little more lighter during the night, or a little brighter during the night. So that's what I did. Now, a lot of you have been telling me to get this potential Grim mod, which I will definitely try out. I know I've been saying that forever, where I said I'll try it out and I never do. But trust and believe, I actually will be giving it a shot. Alright, there we go. We're all set. And how much time do I need left until I get interest? Let's see, I think it's like 1 minute. So in about a minute. Okay, so basically during the outro. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed. This was a bit of an introductory video coming back into Making Moves in Liberty City. Definitely a lot for me to work on in terms of mods. I will be adding much more. I have thought about adding in some different kinds of interiors, like I said. There was even like an open glass, like what I mean by like open glass interiors is you can actually look inside of certain interiors that you've seen in GTA 4 throughout, and actually look at them from the outside through the glass windows. So yeah, I'll be adding more of those, and I'll even try to add in some more even bike mods actually, given that I can finally use bikes in the game. Because, like I said, for the entire time I've been trying to use a bike, it's always skidded out due to a FPS issue. But now, because that's resolved through ZOTAC patch, I might actually try to get Alex Diaz a motorcycle. That would actually be kind of cool. I'll even try to actually modify my pet a little bit so I can give Alex some new threads, you know, and whatnot. But that's all work in progress. There it is. I got the interest that I was hoping to get. That's pretty large, actually. But again, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.